What is up, YouTube? We are back as promised. I said I would start incorporating some of the shop stuff into this channel as well. So here's where we're at. Sportster quick rebuild is turning into a not so quick rebuild, and now everything is getting completely redone. This right here is one of the cases. I put a plug in the race. All of this is going to get redone. Clear off some space here. Here's the case. Here's the bung that needs to be rewelded. Also got some hairline cracks here. The nice thing about doing it this way and blasting everything is you can see all of the broken, and there's a lot. Way worse than I actually thought when I started taking this motor apart. All of this had JB Weld on it, a thin coat up at the top here. So this whole section of the case is going to get rewelded and fixed. It actually blistered up through the top. I'm not overly concerned about the ribs. If it was a restoration, we could do that. It's an ironhead. I don't really care all that much. I'm also going to be pressing out this race. I just plugged it for temporary purposes. And since we're this far into the case, this entire thing is getting rebuilt. So it's going to get new cam bearings, new flywheel bearings, bushings, the whole 9 yards. Everything on this will be completely redone because the case has to get repaired anyway. That's the right way to do it, so I might as well just freshen up the whole thing. A little bit more money than I wanted to spend, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really break the bank. It's just a matter of more time, more setup, and a little bit more tedious reinstallation and checking and verifying and reshimming things. I like doing motor stuff. This is my go-to. This is what I prefer doing, so that's what we're looking at. This is a freshly blasted case. Completely cleaned up, no more grease, no more grime on it. So this will go over to my buddy tomorrow and he'll just, do his magic. I could mess around with it. I could try and re-weld it. It might work, it might not. At this juncture, I'd much rather just give this to him. He's got a batch of some other customer work for me at the shop that needs to get re-welded anyway. Same thing on the cylinders. I told you in the last video, I was going to run over to the indie shop and get a second opinion on some stuff. Let me grab these real quick. And I did that. So what we decided was the bores were 50 over as is. I did not plug this. I did not mask anything on these cylinders. If this was a customer job, I would have taped everything off prior, cleaned all that up, but these need to be rebored. The rear cylinder was not bad at all. That was perfectly runnable and fine within spec. The front cylinder, they were 50 over pistons, and the clearance on even just a rehone was going to put me right at the end of spec, like 54, 55. If I ended up just jamming it together and doing a quick rehone with rings, I guarantee you it would have run, but I'd like to just go through and do it right since we're already this far apart. Once you get to the point of the cases being split, doesn't seem like that bad of an idea to clean up the cylinders. So these are going to get recoated, fresh, shiny gloss black, single stage, nothing over the top, no show bike style stuff. Just cleaned up gloss black, single stage gloss black. Then over here next to the degreasing table, we have the other half of the case. I still have all the cam bearings, and I still have the race for the transmission and the shifter bushings and all of that in there. That's what we're going to disassemble now. Behind me I still have the stupid Evo. Needs a little bit of work. I got the last batch of parts ordered for this, so those should all be here in the next day or two. Trying to get that finalized, but I'm also trying to make the kid that I'm building this bike for start working on it so he can learn some stuff. So, what I was going to show you, here is a cleaned up, degreased case. You can see it. It's clean. It's not covered in road grime anymore. However, it is not as clean as the freshly blasted, brand new looking aluminum super clean cases that need to get rewelded. Same thing in the blast room. Here's what we're working with shop. I've got a bicycle frame up on the table. Everything's transient and on wheels and moves around all the time. We do all sorts of stuff here. We got boat rails, some headers going ceramic, A lot of sled parts, some wheels, engine block over there. That's going to be a table, not an actual running block. Truck bumpers, all sorts of different stuff, machining base equipment, shop press that I just got from a neighbor for free that I couldn't get rid of. Over here in the oven, we got some patio furniture, all sorts of odds and ends. Doing a big batch of Harley stuff right now, so if we open up the smaller oven, just cured these, super shiny 3-coat gloss black on those. Nothing too crazy, just kind of all over the place. Always something new, some musical instrument stuff and welding fab stuff, all sorts of odds and ends. On the cooling rack of parts that are sitting up there, we got an old, I don't know, 50s, 60s trike, some Harley exhaust stuff in ceramic, some gloss black parts, got some car wheels over there. Never ends. So, quick little tour of the shop, since I don't think I've done that yet. We got blasting, we got coating, we got welding fab underneath, just on the other side of the stairway where the Evo is sitting, and that's kind of where we're at. So right now, cylinders are all blasted. I'm going to mask these off for coating, tape off all the gasket areas. Everything's nice and cleaned up, ready for machining when I drop this back off with my indie shop. Cases to go to welding tomorrow, hopefully. I don't know how long it'll take. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not in a crazy rush. I'm waiting on a million parts for this. I do need to finalize another parts order, only because the crank bearings on that side of the case, on the crank, the ones that I pressed out of the case were actually way chewed up. Somebody slapped them together and just pounded them in with a socket, so the end of the bearing cage was a little jacked up. It still ran fine, still worked, but I want to do it right. Same thing on here. You got your trans bearing down here, your countershaft bearing, shifter bushings, the race for the main shaft, and the 4 cam bearings. All of these are going to come out. The crank bearing on this side should be perfectly fine. So tonight's goal is to, I know I have everything disassembled and degreased-ish, but I'm going to pull the screen, I'm going to pop these cam bearings out, and get all of this prepped and masked for blasting. So this case will look as clean as that one. Then we're going to reblast and recoat the entire cases, slap back together a brand new bottom end with all new bearings, all new everything. You reach a point of no return. That's what I hit. So I'm going to pull everything out of that case, strip it down bare, and then do a full reassembly of a brand new bottom end, minus the flywheels. Everything on the flywheels, the rod bearings, and the main bearing on the right side case, the cam side case, is in good shape. I am going to put new left side case bearings in and press those into the left side case. But that's kind of where we're at. So let me get you guys set up. We'll pop these cam bearings out. All right, so you got the non-blasted case up on the shelf. These pretty much sit just shy of flush with the inside of the cam chest, or inside of the crank case, rather. So what we are going to do here, I have this breather gear on the counter shaft that needs to be replaced. Seal here needs to be replaced. Sprocket, gasket, assembly, 4 bolts here, and you got a gasket underneath it, and then the snap ring on the inside, and then the main shaft bearings ride on here. Being an early one, they are the drop them all in, as well as the cam bearings. So in order to yank all of these out, I'm going to set you guys up wherever I can, where you're kind of maybe sort of out of my way. And I'm not going to be overly particular on this. I have a press up here. I have a million other ways to do this, but the down and dirty method is to grab a socket that lines up on the outside bore of the bearing. In this case, a 5/8 is going to do the trick, and a hammer, and we're just going to pound these up. Not the cleanest, not the nicest method, but it does work. That school of thought. Not on a rebuild, when everything's getting replaced. On here. pound it out from up here, like so. It's the seal portion of the bearing. I'm going to lose all the needles, but this whole thing is going to get replaced. So now we need to pound out the actual bearing itself. Let's see what size we need for that. Of doing this, you could do this much cleaner, much better if you have a driver set or a press. I recommend going that route. Which I might still have to do. It'll make these come out way easier doing it the right way. But I have access to these outer ones, which means if I can do it with a pair of ice grips real quick, I'm okay with that. However, you do want to use a stud puller, or take two of the nuts, jam nut them on here, and remove them the right way. Come on. Coarse thread going into the case, fine thread coming out of the case on the outside of the oil pump. The other reason I noticed when I took the oil pump off, a couple of these were already loose, so all I'm doing is expediting the process. This will all get bagged in a second. And this one, I'm not sure what's going to happen on this one yet. This one will get double nutted. Grab a 7/16. Dropping you. You're also kind of in my way. I should go grab a 7/16 wrench right now, but I don't think this is in here that tight. Alright, so I jam nutted two nuts together. That basically pinches the bolts together, or the nuts together, on the stud. And you end up with two nuts jammed together, which essentially lock and pull up the stud itself. So this will get bagged. Here's the stud. The jam nuts pinched together. I'm not even going to separate those for right now. Bearings, seals, all of the fun things are going to go in one Ziploc baggie. So we have all of those. Snap ring's going to stay in on the counter shaft. Other than that, we should be about done. Pop this screen out of here. I don't know if that pump screen's going to want to come off yet. Alright, we got the bushing left. We got the case studs up top, which I don't have tools to get out, so the case studs are going to stay in. When I go to sandblast this, I am going to mask off this actual race here. I don't care about the cam bushings. These are getting replaced. Don't care about the snap ring, but I will plug the inside race for the main shaft, and I'll plug the bushings down here. Other than that, drain bolt can stay. Does not matter for me. Studs are out of the oil pump. Mechanical drives are okay. Everything will get a super thorough deep clean after I get all of this apart. So let me pop off the oil fittings. Let's try and see if I can get both of these off at once. Why would that happen? That's what I wanted. Both to come out together. Do the same thing over here. Just gonna line up the bolt. It's probably really loud. flipping the case over, checking out some other stuff here. Everything else looks to be in pretty good shape on this side. I do need to pop this breather off. What wrenches do I have here? There's been zero thought put into this. It's a two-piece here. So the breather, gotta break this free first. Pull this out, and then it'll give me enough room. An open end 1/2 inch would be great. There's your fitting for the oil, the vent tube, and I just need a big one on here. Pop this out. Still got to take apart this helicoiled thread in the back of the case as well. So let me grab a big wrench, get that out. This should be a 3/4. This one's super worn down, so it's kind of just less than that. Finger tight, and then we'll yank this out of here. So, gonna take the oil line, thread this back in here just so I can keep everything together. Now, we're down to the breather screen, or the oil pump screen. A couple of the fittings. I'm probably gonna leave these little plugs in here for the drains. Not overly worried about those. I'm going to leave the studs in just because I don't have the right size tools for that. And I'm going to try and rip out this helicoil though. There's much better tools to use for this. But this is what's currently in my hand. Can pull these, oh shit, nope, that came out. That's what I was gonna say. You can pull them out individually, like uncoil the spring on the bolt threads. I just grabbed it, pinched it, started turning it, yanked out the whole lower section, so that's good. That'll get replaced later. Let me grab a baggie, bag up all these bearings and the oil pump bolts, and we're pretty much good to go on blasting. Alright, so I just prepped the case real quick, down and dirty. I still got to throw plugs in the lifter bores because I don't want to go too crazy on those. So all I am doing is grabbing some appropriate size plugs, dropping them in. I'm not going crazy on masking or prep for this. If it wasn't getting completely rebuilt and redone, then I'd be a little more particular in masking all of this off. But in this case, every single component on this is getting redone. Plug the bare aluminum section on the cam, plugs in the race for the crank, plugs in the oil pump drive, plug in the sprocket, plugs here. It's got a crack in it, but it's still protected around the races and the bushings, all the important parts that I'm concerned about. Other than that, this is ready to get completely blasted. I might throw a couple more plugs on the bottom side of this, or I'm going to pound these through. Just clean up the lower lifter bores. If the kid's blasting this for me, I'll be a little more particular, but if it's me doing it, I know what I'm hitting and what not to hit. I did leave this screen in. I'm still kind of working on that one. I know there's a retaining pin here. However, this one's super lodged and seized. I'll probably end up breaking the screen to yank this out and then just redo all of that, put a new one in after the fact, but that's where we're at. Ready for blast to clean it up. Get it looking like this busted up one. And then it's a matter of waiting on welding and machining and all the other fun things that you find out when you dig into these. These are ready to go. I will tape all of this off before it gets coated. These are going to get a nice gloss black coat. I didn't worry about any overspray or anything like that on the cylinder. As you can see, hit a couple spots. Would not do that if it was not already getting bored over. So we're going 10 over on this from the 50 that it's currently at. So we'll get these looking super fresh, then bring them off to the machinist. He'll clean them up, and we will be good to go on the top end and have some fresh cases for the bottom end.